Welcome to Bend, Oregon, a small city on the Deschutes River. Like most small cities, it has that small town vibe with absolutely beautiful backdrops. West of Bend, Oregon are the lakes and peaks of the Cascade Mountains. And within the city of Bend is Pilot Butte, a lava dome that was created from an extinct volcano. However, with all of its beauty, in 2016, the city became the backdrop for a horrific murder. Welcome back to True Crimes and Mysteries with Ricochet Reigns. In this episode, we'll explore the murder of Kaylee Sawyer, a beautiful young woman who lost her life at the hands of a man who went on a crime spree from July 24th, 2016 through July 26th of 2016. If you haven't already, grab yourself your favorite drink and a Scooby snack. Sit right back down here and relax. Here we go. Kaylee Sawyer was a native of Bend, Oregon. She was a beautiful young woman with a sense of humor and always lit up the room when she entered it. She attended Central Oregon Community College, studying dentistry, and also worked at a dental office in Bend. She was a fun-loving, family-oriented gal and enjoyed life. On Saturday, July 23, 2016, at approximately 8 p.m., 23-year-old Kaylee went to the Mavericks Country Bar and Grill in downtown Bend for her friend's bachelorette party, a party she was very much looking forward to. Kaylee arrived at the bar and, of course, celebrated with her friends. As she and her friends were having fun and having a few drinks, Kaylee became a bit flirty, dancing and talking to a guy at the bar. The thing is, Kaylee had a boyfriend. A friend of her boyfriend, Cameron Reimhofer, contacted him and told him she was flirting with another guy. Now I know, as well as a lot of y'all know, innocent flirtation can happen when consuming our favorite spirits or even when we're not. We are, after all, human. Anyway, after about midnight or so on Sunday the 24th, Kaylee contacted her boyfriend Cameron, whom she lived with near the college campus of Central Oregon Community College, and asked him to pick her up. After picking her up and on their way home, Kaylee and Cameron got into an argument, presumably due to the flirting by Kaylee. When they arrived outside of their apartment complex, Cameron got out of the car and went into their apartment. Kaylee decided to remain in the car. At approximately 12:24 a.m., Cameron went back out to his car since Kaylee hadn't come in. When he got to his car, Kaylee wasn't there. He attempted to contact Kaylee on his cell phone. There were several calls and texts between the two. However, at approximately 1 a.m., Kaylee told Cameron her phone was about to die and said goodbye. After Kaylee said goodbye, her phone was turned off. After Kaylee's phone was turned off and Cameron hadn't heard from her, he set out looking for her without success. After a bit of time, Cameron went back to their apartment. A little later that morning, about 9 a.m., Cameron realized Kaylee hadn't returned home. He contacted several other friends and Kaylee's family. To his surprise, no one had heard from her or had seen her. Since this was unlike Kaylee, Cameron contacted the police.
Dispatch, how can I help you? Hello?
Hi. I'm not sure if this is quite the right number to call. Last night I got home from the bars with my girlfriend. She got upset at me and ran off. And I chased her and wasn't able to find her, and I still haven't heard from her. Her phone's off. I called all her family and they haven't heard from her, so I'm wondering what you recommend I do.
We can put in a call and we can have officers and deputies look for her.
Okay.
And where was she last seen at?
College Way.
College and what?
Alpine Meadows apartment complex. It's like at the top of College Way.
In that apartment complex?
Yes.
In a specific apartment or?
In the parking lot.
Just in the parking lot? You guys
Yeah,
don't live there? Or?
Yes, we live there together.
Okay, what's the address?
Later that evening, at about 7:14 p.m., Kaylee's mother became extremely concerned and also contacted the police department to report her daughter missing.
Dispatch, how can I help you?
Yes, I need to have an officer call me. My daughter is missing, and she is over 23, but she has epilepsy and some medical issues.
What's the address that she's missing from?
It's her boyfriend's. She and her boyfriend, they live up at the Regency by COCC. I don't have the exact address.
Okay, are you able to get it?
I'm driving up there right now to talk with him and see what's going on so I can call back with that. But her boyfriend did call, and the police officer said, well, just keep looking for her. And
What's the phone number he would have called from? Do you know?
Oh, gosh. Do you know Cam's phone number? Okay. I know. If we just need it for the... Yeah.
All right, and what is your name?
My name is Julie, Juli. Last name Van Cleve, VANCLEAVE.
And your phone number? Okay, I'm going to have the officer who spoke with her boyfriend earlier give you a call, okay?
That would be awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
At approximately 7:30 p.m., Kaylee was officially entered into the law enforcement database as an endangered missing person. On Monday, July 25th, 2016, Kaylee had not shown up at either her home or the dental office where she was scheduled to work at 9 a.m. Now we're going to be switching gears here, and to let y'all know, we'll be switching gears several times. Enter Campus Security Officer Edwin Lara. When Edwin's wife Isabel Lara woke up Monday morning at around 9 a.m., July 25th, she said she had gone outside and turned on the sprinkler and then watched some TV. She said Edwin finally got up at about 10:30 a.m., a little later than normal since he worked night hours, and he wasn't himself, looking distraught and with tears in his eyes. Isabel asked Edwin what was wrong. He told her he had an accident while driving his work vehicle and accidentally killed a woman. Edwin said when it happened, he didn't see the female since she was wearing dark clothing. After hitting her with the work vehicle, he said he panicked and hid the body. After Edwin told his wife what happened, she said he grabbed her gun and told Isabel that the woman's stuff was in their shed. And then Edwin fled their home. A bit of a side story here. Edwin's wife, Isabel, was a Bend police officer recruit. After hearing Edwin's story, she went to the Redmond Police Department to report Edwin's crime.
He said that he hit her with the car at work. And I asked him, well, where is there any signs that you hit her or what? And then he said that it was because of the grill. That no, there was no signs. And then I'm like, so what did you do with the body? What? And he's like, I hit her. And I'm like, and then I kept asking him, what does it got to do with you hitting her and now you panic and you hit the body? He wouldn't.
So it didn't make sense to you?
It wasn't making sense to me.
How long did this conversation go on before he left?
It was pretty brief. It was just him moving around. I'm not sure if I don't think he grabbed anything other than he did grab my gun from my purse. And then he just kept saying, I need to go. And then right before he left, he's like, there's her stuff in the shed.
How did you say that again?
He said something in regards to her stuff is in the shed.
Her stuff is in the shed.
And I think it's because I kept telling him, it doesn't make sense. It's like, you're lying to me. It's not. So I feel like he told me that. So I could go see it and say, oh, it is true.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't making sense to me. And I think he was seeing that like I wasn't believing it. Like it felt like a movie. Like it just. It wasn't making any sense to me. But when I saw the stuff, I'm like, oh fuck.
After speaking with Edwin's wife, the police department completed a search of Edwin Lara's home and a connected shed. The police discovered a white trash bag with Kaylee's belongings, including a purse, her passport, and identification. They also discovered a large rock with blood on it. After discovering the evidence, the police department changed their case of a missing person to homicide. Shortly afterward, Kaylee's family was notified of the reported homicide. Edwin was on the run, and the chase begins. Following the murder of Kaylee Sawyer, Edwin Lara went on a spree between July 24th and the 26th. It included a carjacking, kidnapping, and shooting of a man. On July 25th, at approximately 8:45 p.m., a 19-year-old woman named Andreah Maes was kidnapped at gunpoint by Edwin. She had just finished a double shift at a Ross Dress for Less in Salem, Oregon, just a couple of hours northeast of Bend. Damn, that's a lot of hours. She must have been, seriously exhausted. I know I would be. According to Andreah, she had just taken a selfie while sitting in her car when a stranger's arm suddenly shot through her window. He was really pressed up against my window and I didn't see his face. I thought it was just a coworker playing a prank on me or someone I knew. Never in a million years did I think what was happening to me was actually happening. The stranger was armed. He was carrying a backpack and wearing a bulletproof vest. Edwin demanded that she drive. Here are Andrea's exact words. I was hyperventilating. I just started driving. I had no idea where I was going. In my head, I was just like, take him to where he needs to go and I'll let you go. And I was like, great, down the street. I'll drop you off wherever you want. That's when he told me I need to get to California. And I'm like, okay, things are different now. Edwin and Andreah made it to a motel. They got the keys to a room, and after entering, Edwin handcuffed her to the bed. Andreah said he came prepared with sleeping pills. He told Andreah that she had to take them. If she refused, he threatened to force her to take them using a syringe. She decided to swallow the pills, but fought hard not to fall asleep. Andreah said, I just kept thinking, if I fall asleep, he will try to take advantage of me. That was my motivation for trying to stay awake. All of a sudden, an alarm went off on Andreah's phone. Edwin immediately panicked. He asked who was calling or what the alarm was for. Andreah had to make up a story. She told Edwin it was her alarm, that she had a STD and she took medicine every day at the same time. Andreah tried to make it sound as disgusting as possible to deter him. Wow, fast thinking on her feet that there, Andreah. Early on Tuesday, July 26th, somewhere near 5 a.m., Andreah and Edwin left the motel that was located in southern Oregon and headed to northern California. It was early enough that the sun had not come up yet. While Edwin was driving Andrea's car, he noticed it was leaking oil. He pulled over at a small motel in Yreka, California. I so hope I was pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, please let me know in the comments. He told Andreah he was going to steal a new car. Driving through the parking lot of the motel, Edwin noticed a guy loading his car. Edwin parked the car and got out, forcing Andreah to walk with him. The unsuspecting stranger, a guy named Jack Levy, was loading gear into his car. Jack saw two figures dressed in black. It was Edwin and Andreah. Edwin approached Jack and told him not to make any loud noises and to give him his car keys. Edwin flashed his gun and Jack yelled for help. After Jack yelled for help a second time, Edwin shot him in the stomach. After shooting Jack, who survived the encounter, Edwin grabbed Andreah and ran from the motel, arriving at a gas station next door. Edwin saw a car and decided he was going to steal it. The car was occupied by 3 people, one of which was 17-year-old Nima Gavimi. And once again, I apologize if I'm pronouncing the name incorrectly. 17-year-old Nima Gavimi, his grandmother and younger brother were in that vehicle. They were sitting in the car waiting for Nima's dad and grandpa, who were in the restroom. All of a sudden, Edwin threw Andreah into the car, slamming the door and ordering Nima to drive or he would shoot. Oh my god, I can't even imagine the fear this poor family was going through. Nima recalled the craziness in the vehicle. He said his grandma started to scream and Edwin got very paranoid, telling Nima to tell the woman to shut the fuck up or he would shoot. Here's what Nima had to say. I was ready to jump out of the car. I'd rather, jump out and die rather than get shot. Then he proceeded to ask us if we've ever had an urge to kill. He's like, do you guys have an urge? You guys ever had an urge to kill? And then he said, I used to be a good guy. I used to be a cop. But then I just had this urge to kill. So I ran this girl over. I didn't believe him. He told me a story about how he ran that girl over. Then he kidnapped the girl behind us, the one in the car, Andreah, and drove 10 hours from Bend, Oregon to where we were. Then she shot an old man because the guy wouldn't give him car keys. Nima and his brother appealed to Edwin's emotions, begging him to let them and their grandmother out of the car. After about 15 minutes of begging, Edwin allowed them to get out, rest stop, on Interstate 5 in California. However, he kept Andreah with him as his human shield. While driving down Interstate 5, Edwin grabbed Andreah's phone and began recording a Facebook video detailing who he was and that he was wanted for murder.
Hi everybody, I just want to say that I apologize for everything I've done. Most likely I'm going to get caught. And I'm sorry about that girl. About that girl in Central Oregon. And I just want to let family members, Andreah, that she's fine and she will be fine because so far she's been doing what I've been told her to do. And if you guys are wondering if I have done dirty things to her, no. Alright, I'm not that kind of guy. I used to kill that other girl, and I regret it. I regret killing her. She kept screaming and I just silent her forever. So, like I say, she's still fine. We're driving, and she'll be home pretty soon. I'm sorry to her grandma and her family members, to her boyfriend. I'm sorry for everything that I caused. And you'll see her pretty soon. Okay? Tell the cops that not to shoot us, because if they shoot us, then that's not my fault. Okay? Sorry, everybody. Bye.
After finishing the video, Edwin asked Andreah to post it on her Facebook page. He wasn't taking no for an answer. Andreah, thinking fast, because that's how she is, agreed and changed her privacy settings so no one could see it, and then uploaded the video. As they approached Redding, California, which was about 30 miles away, he started speeding between 100 and 120 miles per hour. While speeding down the road, he grabbed Andreah's phone again and dialed 911.
911 emergency reporting.
Yes, hi. This is Edwin Lara, and I'm the guy on Interstate 5 going at high speed. I know you guys have the chopper on me already.
Yeah.
And I just want to say I am going to turn myself in.
Okay, where are you at?
Okay, I'm on I-5. I think close to Redding, if I'm right. So, I am wanted for murder in the state of Oregon.
Okay. Edwin, where are you at right now? Can you stop?
I am going to stop once I hit Redding. Once I'm in Redding, I'm going to stop.
Okay, can you tell me where you are right now?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Let's see. There's a sign right here. 50 miles from Redding.
You're 50 miles from Redding. Can you see a mile mark or anything?
From Corning.
You're 50 miles from Corning.
Yeah, 50 miles from Corning. 50 miles south or north of Corning.
Are you by yourself or?
No, I have someone with me. I kidnapped her in Oregon. She's innocent. Her name is Andreah. What's your last name?
He doesn't know.
I'll let her give her last name so you can call her family, okay?
Okay.
Just give me a second.
What's your name?
Hello?
Yeah, hi. What's your name?
Andreah?
Andrea, what's your last name?
Maes, M-A-E-S.
Okay, are you hurt at all, Andrea?
No.
No? Okay. Do you know where you are? Let me talk to Edwin again.
Okay, guys.
Hello?
Yeah, Edwin, you're heading southbound on 5?
Yeah, I'm heading southbound on 5. I'm
Did
50
you make
miles
it
away.
past? Okay, I'm sorry. Did you make it past Reading yet?
I think I did. I'm 50 miles from Corning.
You're 50 miles from Corning?
Yeah, 15.
Oh, 15 miles from Corning.
Yes. So I'm passing a state trooper, a highway patrol right now.
You're what, sir?
I'm passing a highway patrol.
Okay, where are you at, though?
I am Flores Avenue, 1 mile from Flores Avenue.
1 mile from Flores. Are you able
Yes.
to safely find somewhere to stop?
I'm not going to stop right here. I'm just going to turn myself in Corning. Okay?
Are you going to Corning Police, or where are you going?
Yeah, I'm going to Corning Police. But I want to ask you a favor.
Uh-huh.
So I have asthma.
You have asthma? Okay.
Yeah, so you tell them not to be too rough on me because, I can barely breathe right now. All right, so that's all I wanted to say.
Do you need
I don't
any
want...
kind of medical, or?
Yeah, well, I think so. I'm going to need my inhaler. I forgot my inhaler at home. I went all over Salem, Oregon looking for an inhaler, but I guess they don't sell it, behind the counter or out of counter. So,
Edwin, how fast are you going?
I'm going about 120 miles an hour
You're
right
about
now.
120 miles an hour?
Yes.
Can you slow down?
Well, I want to make it there quick. That way I can turn myself in.
Well, the officer sees you with it. We just don't want you to speed away from anything. If you can stop and just give yourself in, it'll probably be easier.
Well, there's an officer behind me right now.
Okay, they see you. We're talking to them. They see you.
Yeah, she's seeing me. I think it's a she. She's right behind me.
Okay, the officer sees you, and are you able to safely stop?
Yeah, I can stop, but not right now. I'll stop in Corning.
What's the difference from stopping now in Corning?
I just don't want to stop right here in the middle of the road, putting myself in danger and putting everybody else in danger, more in danger, I guess.
They won't. They're aware. I'll let them know they won't. But if you can stop safely, they just don't want you to run. They think you're trying to run or anything.
Okay.
Edwin, do you have any weapons with you?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I do have a gun on me. I am not going to flash the gun, so you tell them not to shoot me.
Okay.
No, I don't want to die.
Okay, you stick by your word, though. I'll let them know.
Yeah, I'm going to let them know. Don't hurt Andrea. She's a nice girl. Don't hurt her. I'm actually calling my family just to say bye to them. So once I'm done calling all my family, then I'll turn myself in.
Okay, we can get a hold of your family if you want.
I already called my wife. I called a lot of people already.
Edwin pulled the car to the side of the road and exited the vehicle, surrendering himself to the police who had been following him.
Step over to your right. away from traffic. Drop down to your knees. Don't move.
Approximately 30 minutes later, Edwin Lara was processed to Hama County Jail. Once again, not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I'm doing my damn best. Andreah, in the meantime, felt relieved, thinking the ordeal was all over and she could finally go home. But not so fast. Andreah was placed in handcuffs and placed into a police vehicle. She was also booked into the same jail as Edwin and treated as a criminal. Unfortunately, since Andreah had been missing from Salem for about 12 hours, she hadn't been reported missing, since her family assumed she was with a friend or at work. The police had no idea she was also one of Edwin's many victims. Andreah was strip searched, fingerprinted, had a mugshot taken, and sat in a cell at Tehama County Jail in California, waiting to be questioned by detectives. Oregon Detective Sergeant Eric Beckwith arrived at the jail to untangle the messy situation. After a short period of time, Beckwith said they realized Andreah had also been a victim of Edwin's crime spree. At approximately 4:25 p.m., Edwin Lara was formally charged with Kaylee Sawyer's murder. On Tuesday, January 23, 2018, Edwin Lara was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for the murder of 23-year-old Kaylee Sawyer. Wow, that's about a year and a half later, almost 2 years. Lara submitted a guilty plea for aggravated murder and robbery. The sentence was handed down by Judge Michael Adler after hours of impact statements, both written and in person, were presented to the court by Sawyer's family and friends. Adler said the brutality of the murder, along with Lara's position as a public safety officer, made the case stand out to him. After Edwin Lara pled guilty to aggravated murder and robbery in the first degree, Lara also waived his right to 48-hour sentencing. Moving forward, State Bill 576, also known as Kaylee's Law, made background and psychological checks on potential security recruits a requirement. It also ensures that campus security in no way resembles law enforcement by not allowing red or blue lights on vehicles, requiring clear signage identifying them as campus security, and mandating that their uniform can be easily differentiated with that of law enforcement. On December 11, 2020, the family of Kaylee Ann Sawyer was awarded $2 million from Central Oregon Community College.
It's been a very long and rather emotional journey for the family of Kaylee Sawyer, the 23-year-old college student that was killed by a COCC public safety officer. On Friday, a settlement was reached in the civil lawsuit. COCC will pay the Sawyer family $2 million.
Please let us know what you think of this episode. How could this guy, who was also married to a police officer and employed to protect the college campus, get to this point? Was it something he had always thought about? Did he truly have an urge to kill? You be the judge and comment below. We've linked extended versions of the interrogations, which will be available down below in case you want to listen or view the full content. If you haven't already, please like, follow, subscribe, and comment below. It helps with that magical algorithm, be it YouTube or Facebook. And as always, thanks for watching another episode of True Crimes and Mysteries with Ricochet Reigns. We'll be back real soon.